Game has started. 2014 Hot6ix Cup. Top left, Red Terran.
CJ into sKyHigh.
Oh, I have to be really quick about it. It's the best of 5 between Bbyong and sKyHigh. Both players on the same team. Currently we are on Deadwing. As for this map, the thing about this map is that it doesn't really have horizontal spawns. It's quite easy to secure extra bases on this map, since it's really so large. And you do have rocks at ramp of your natural, and as well as some backdoor potential. It's worth noting about this map. We can see that both players, as expected, are gonna go with gas first. Gas first is really popular nowadays in TVT. You can see that they're pretty even in terms of their builds. Perhaps Bbyong has like 1 second advantage for his build. Yeah, Bbyong is slightly ahead somehow. Has a little bit more gas than sKyHigh. I guess you'll have just a slightly faster factory, but shouldn't really be a big deal. Well, actually, it's not going to be faster because the racks doesn't finish in time. So I guess both factories start at the exact same time. You can see that sKyHigh is now moving out with his SCV to scout, and this is where there's already deviation, because Bbyong, he doesn't do that. He's actually gonna grab a quick second gas. We'll probably might see Banshees this game. See what he tries to do. Banshees could be quite annoying to deal with. We have the scout for Bbyong, but for sKyHigh rather, but it does get killed. There's actually a Reaper for Bbyong that actually popped out of the racks after he made the Marine. Have some Hellions as well. We didn't have a Reaper for sKyHigh. He just produced Marines. But yeah, I mean, Bbyong is just gonna get so much gas since sKyHigh is still on 1 gas. Bbyong taking a bit too much damage with his Reaper, but doesn't die, so I mean, that's alright. And we're gonna have a drop from sKyHigh. Green Hellion elevator drop, I guess. But we do have a Viking in production for Bbyong, so he might actually be ready for this. He's making so many Hellions out there. We do have Widow Mines for Bbyong as well, so 1 good Widow Mine connection, the medevac will just die. If the Viking and medevac are both there, this could end so badly for sKyHigh, but I don't think they will be. Will be quite close though. But there we go. Now the mine definitely won't be ready. Here comes the elevator drop, and Bbyong doesn't see it, and the Widow Mine is mispositioned. This could be really bad for Bbyong. He doesn't have enough units to deal with this. If his Widow Mine was in the correct position and got a really good hit on the Marines, maybe. But, ooh. Already so much damage being dealt to the mineral line. Widow Mine is here though, so I guess Bbyong might be able to defend, but he's losing quite a bit. That auto turret is providing so much extra damage. So Bbyong does hold. I wonder how many SCVs he actually lost, but Bbyong has this Reaper over here that's gonna get surrounded. It's really nice by sKyHigh. But, I mean, it does stop him from mining for a little bit, and he actually gets a kill. He killed one SCV, but yeah, not much has really happened. I mean, I would say that Bbyong is in a better position because his second base is gonna be up quicker. However, sKyHigh did drop his on the low ground, so it's gonna be able to win some seconds with it like that. But despite sKyHigh having more SCVs, and he's gonna be making tanks, and he's gonna have his own Raven soon. I mean, I wonder if he's gonna be able to stop the Banshee. He doesn't really have detection. If he mules when the Banshee hits, like that could be the end of him. But I didn't see though if there was cloak. Unfortunately, I don't think there is cloak though. So, I mean, I wonder if he's even gonna send out the Banshee or just push with it. It looks like he's keeping it in his big ball. So I guess he's just gonna keep it with his army. I guess we'll probably see mech from Bbyong as he's getting a blue flame for his aliens. We have double Viking in production at the moment as well. sKyHigh is getting a very quick third CC though. Could be very good against mech, because mech really needs more supply to actually push. And yeah, like, we clearly know it's mech since it's also double factory. Well, could still be a weird switch up into bio. That's possible. It's not completely off the charts, but and he has like 2 factories. Why not go into mech, right? You would normally do that. We can see that he's upgrading vehicle weapons, so he should be going into mech. He's gonna grab a 3rd CC. A little bit greedy all the way on over to the mineral line, so he's not gonna place it where he can easily defend it. We will see how this is gonna work though for him. Here we go, a push out by Bbyong. I don't know if this is gonna work too well though, because I mean, sKyHigh can reinforce quite quickly, and he's got 2 Vikings in production already. He's also got SCVs that are able to repair, so this should be a good trade here for sKyHigh, I think. Also some Marines here can help. There's auto turrets though that might target down the Viking, but doesn't really get it. Yeah, sKyHigh successfully defends here. Oh, and oh, he does actually get some Vikings. He probably won't lose that last one though, if he's careful. More Vikings in production for Bbyong. So many Vikings that both players are building. You really want air control in this game, and who wouldn't? Two more factories on the way for Bbyong, so now we know for sure that it is mech. I actually gotta be right back for a second. Sorry. Here we go for game number 2, spawning in the top left, the Red Theron.
CJ into sKyHigh.
His opponent in the blue trunks, spawning the bottom right.
CJ into Bbyong.
Now, unfortunately, I missed last game, so I actually had to do something, but hopefully the recording is all fine. Anyway, we seem to have a variation in builds. We have gas first for sKyHigh, and we actually have racks first for Bbyong. That's the difference. Bbyong should have a slightly better economy. Because he'll be able to get his orbital sooner, that is. Most of his workers are already mining, I mean, he'll start mining gas later than sKyHigh with this build. So that is why he'll have a slightly better economy. As you can see, he has quite a bit more minerals than sKyHigh right now. So he'll be able to drop a factory soon, as well as a command center. So he does drop down the command center, and soon enough he'll be able to factory as well. But we do have a reactor on the barracks, and soon there will be enough to build the factory. You also see the Reaper moving in for Bbyong. Not able to get any scouting information other than there is no Reaper for my opponent. I guess that there are 2 Marines out there. Yeah, Bbyong will have an economic edge, so it's gonna be up to sKyHigh to do some damage, or to even up the score. See that a Banshee with Cloak is also on the way for sKyHigh at the moment. That's probably gonna be his means of doing damage. Bbyong does actually get up the ramp, and he does see Cloak being researched. So I guess he can say that it is going to be a Banshee. I mean, you can, of course, just research something to trick your opponent into thinking that you're going Banshee with Cloak. I'm actually gonna go for a second Banshee as well. These Banshees just have to do damage in order to put sKyHigh back into this game, because Bbyong, he has 3 turrets on the way right now, and his economy is so much better. He's already on 2 CCs. He did lose 2 Marines, but with the missile turret he is able to scout the Banshee. No, 2 Widow Mines though. Over here, and I guess Bbyong is actually gonna go for a push, because he's got some Hellions, Marines, and a tank. This could actually be problematic for Bbyong, and Bbyong is actually taking damage here. Oh, really nice Widowmine shot, but the Banshee just survives. Could have so easily gotten killed by the Viking if Bbyong was paying attention, but I guess he was more worried about the Banshee in his main. But this push is gonna be really hard to stop for Bbyong. I mean, he has a lot of Hellions, but there's this tank as well. He's gonna have to pull SCVs, and there you go. He pulls the SCVs, and he does not defend it, and he loses so many units. So does kill the Banshee though. That is good. He still is on 2 CCs. This Banshee's just doing so much damage. It's basically killed the depot, and yeah, he has to lift here. But the Widowmines are doing some damage. Now they're taken out though by sKyHigh. There are actually Hellbats instead of Hellions. Interestingly enough, he did actually transform them. And here comes the push by Bbyong. Ooh, he actually moves up the Hellions into the tanks and makes them into Hellbats, but doesn't have enough to push sKyHigh out. I mean, he still has the second CC, but he's taken so much damage. I mean, he's lost so many SCVs, and currently there's also a CC on the way for sKyHigh, so he's not really that all in anymore. He can transition out of this. Nice kill there by Bbyong. Does manage to kill one of the tanks, so it's not over yet for Bbyong, but he's certainly not in the greatest position. These Banshees though, can like, oh, this Widowmine. Oh, really nice hit there. One more shot will just kill that tank, but I guess he doesn't want to do it. We have another third CC on the way for sKyHigh as well. He really wants to get into macro mode, and this Banshee's starting to do such a job as well. Really, sKyHigh is just in control of this game right now. Oh, line them up, line them up. So much damage with the Hellions, but he loses the Hellions too. And there is no way that Bbyong can break that defense with what he has. Maybe with 30 Hellions. And once again, harassed with the Banshee. He's gonna be able to snipe the SCV that's building. Yet another SCV sniped. Yeah, he lost the Banshee, but killed even more SCVs. Look at that, 41 SCVs to 26. He also has an army supply lead. This game is really in sKyHigh's favor, because he did the damage that he needed to do in order to be ahead. Bbyong was really indecisive, because when he used his Hellions and then attacked the Marines and tank, I mean, he just went in, he basically didn't do any damage, and he lost so many SCVs. He would have been in a much better position if he just lifted his natural and went to his main from the beginning, I think. But that's not something he did. And here comes sKyHigh once again. He's gonna go for another push with more tanks, and Blue Flame is soon gonna be done. We've also got a drop going on the way for Bbyong. This might be one thing that puts him back into the game. But the third CC is already being lifted by sKyHigh. He's gonna grab his third very soon. Here comes the push by sKyHigh. PDD's dropped, but what is he going to do against 3 tanks? I mean, they're just going to do so much damage. I don't see Bbyong being able to defend this unless he goes around with the Banshees and hits the tanks. And his third CC could be killed here. Marines come over to hit the SCVs. I don't know why he's rallying SCVs over here. Okay. He's his Vikings, and now his Banshees are taking damage. And yeah, these Hellbats have been dropped, but what can they actually do here? How is Bbyong going to defend against this? I do not see it. Yeah, he's doing damage with his Hellbats, but once again, he's going to end up losing that. Should go for that massive SCV line and do some damage. I don't know what sKyHigh is doing over here. He's losing so many ACVs, but doesn't really matter. Bbyong GG's and sKyHigh is up. I mean, not up. sKyHigh just ties up the series 1-1. Bottom right, we have our Terran player, sKyHigh.
Yeah. CJN2's sKyHigh.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to introduce him, but whatever. There he is. Again, both of these players are from CJ, so this could have an impact on how the game actually plays out. They might be playing some mind games on each other, maybe playing differently.
CJN2's Bbyong.
And that is Bbyong in the top right of the screen. Wow, I don't really have any time to talk about things. Yeah, we can see that... well, we can't really see anything right now, but we do have a very early gas for Bbyong, so gas first this time for him. Whereas we actually have racks first for sKyHigh. So things have actually switched around. This time it is sKyHigh with the racks first and Bbyong with the gas first, but obviously they're both gonna get their gases pretty early. Bbyong's is already up. With gas first, he's gonna be able to build a factory as soon as the racks finishes. So he's probably gonna go the 1-on-1 style, like 1 racks, 1 factory, 1 stopout. We'll see what kind of aggression he's gonna go for, because currently he's gonna have to do something because his build is less viable economically. He has to put on some type of aggression against sKyHigh here. Otherwise, he'll just not be in a good position to take this game. Yeah, he's gonna be dropping down his factory right now. Orbital command is on the way too for Bbyong. Have some sort of a wall being started here by sKyHigh. He doesn't want to get blindsided by a Hellion run by, I suppose. And here comes his factory as well. So not much really happening over here at the moment. Do have a second gas for sKyHigh, whereas we don't for Bbyong. This is where things have changed slightly. Perhaps Bbyong will get his soon though. He's got a stopout on the way. Still no second gas though, so it might be the style with like drops, perhaps. Green Hellion style. Elevator. So Bbyong is oh, he's actually definitely gonna go for a Banshee or a Raven here for Bbyong. Let's see which one of these he decides to go for. He's on 2 gas. And Bbyong's stopout is gonna be finished before sKyHigh's. There we go, as expected. We have a medevac on the way for Bbyong. So it is going to be an elevator strategy. We'll see how sKyHigh's defense is going to be. And this is indeed a Banshee with Cloak, I think. Yeah, Cloak is also on the way for sKyHigh. There's a Hellion, and it does notice the depot wall off by Bbyong here. Oh, sorry, not by Bbyong, by sKyHigh. And here comes Bbyong with his drop. We will see just how much damage he can actually do here. If sKyHigh is in the correct position, there shouldn't really be any damage that can be dealt, but he currently is not here. But oh, really nice bait, I guess. Now he's gonna use this the depots. He's gonna attack the depots to kill the Widowmine. Very nice here by Bbyong. He's not really gonna be able to kill that Banshee though. This is not really good for Bbyong. Yeah, I mean, he's trying to do damage, but he lost quite a bit there. And here comes the Banshee across the map for sKyHigh, and there's a Viking though, but is there enough money, not money, but energy for a scan? You can also hear a Widowmine in the background, but I don't know exactly where it is. Cloak is almost finished for sKyHigh. It is finished right now. And here comes the scan. Will the Banshee get out? It does get out, but oh my goodness. Oh, it does actually run in to the scan range, so that was an unfortunate misstep by sKyHigh. But he's doing so much damage with his Hellions right now. He's killing all these SCVs, or at least damaging them. And one more shot doesn't really do it. But sKyHigh is up like 8 workers currently. He's got his CC on the way too, and he's got even another CC building. So he really likes the double CC style. This Banshee does fall though, so nice job by Bbyong taking it down. But Bbyong's gonna be behind in terms of economy, so I would put sKyHigh in a pretty good position. What he's lacking right now is just army supply, basically. sKyHigh, that is. So Bbyong is now going to be getting out either a Raven or a Banshee. It's going to be a very delayed Banshee, it seems. We'll see if it can do the damage or not. But here come the Vikings for Bbyong. He's going to see if he can actually try and snipe something. Or scout. And we have a scan on the way by sKyHigh. Does see the CC, but it was normal at this point. Oh, the Raven is gonna go down. Nice snipe here by Bbyong, but now he knows that he's playing against 3 CCs, and he's like, oh wow, his natural is already up. I better get mine up. Bbyong not really in the best position in this game right now. He really needs to step up his game. So the damage that he dealt was just nothing, basically. So he's gonna actually go for another drop. We'll see if he can do enough damage to make it worthwhile. And he's gonna go for another attack here with the Vikings. And the Banshee's over here, and he does land the Vikings, but there's a tank here. These Vikings are just lost. He's basically lost some Vikings for free. Here come the Hellions. He does manage to land the Hellions. Oh, the barbecue is real. Damage is done. Lots of damage is done by Bbyong here. Look at all the SCVs falling for sKyHigh, and even more SCVs dying. He's actually going to get out with his Hellions or go around, but there's a tank over there, so these Marines are just going to be able to handle it without a problem. So Bbyong actually doing a lot of damage, and that's really good. Those Hellions really helped him out. He's going to need to have a scan here to just make sure that he can't... Oh, he does have enough for a scan. He's not even going to waste it on that Widow Mine. It's like, I don't care. You can stay there with the mine. Now Hellions moving out for Bbyong, and he's gonna meet those Marines, and really nice shots on those Marines, but he does lose some Hellions. He's gonna have to go back and start defending, but once again, it doesn't have any defensive tanks at all, and he only has 2 Vikings against all those Vikings of sKyHigh. So again, this could be a really bad position for Bbyong, and he does manage to hit the turret here. And that one tank does die for sKyHigh. So I mean, defensively, Bbyong is set up here, and finally he's gonna scan and take care of this Widow Mine. But finally, Bbyong is able to get the air superiority and push back sKyHigh. We'll see if he's gonna try and kill a Viking here, but he loses 1 Viking. I mean, that trade is okay. Is he gonna be able to snipe this last one? Wow, he also snipes that last one. Really well done here by Bbyong. I mean, he's going into mech, whereas his opponent is going into bio, it seems. So sKyHigh has really gotten an advantage in his game out of his play. It's actually really good for him, and the fact that he's got the supply lead with mech, and he's also got his 3rd CC landing, so he's actually got back into this game. Wow, those Marines just got fried by the Hellions. He's getting a little advantages here and there. Bbyong is still lots of Hellions in production for Bbyong. He's not really making any more tanks, but he's gonna go with Medivacs. So he might put on some pressure with the Medivacs because he knows that right now he probably still has the air superiority, and since sKyHigh has to build up Medivacs in order to support his bio. A few Hellions will be caught here, 3 of them will die. Not the biggest of deals though, because Hellions are really inexpensive for a meching player. He mostly needs gas to make tanks. And he does have some defense set up on his 3rd base, but we will see if sKyHigh can break it or go from an angle where the tank can't shoot from. He does have his own 3 tanks though, so we will see how Bbyong can deal with this. Because look at sKyHigh, he's just going around, and those tanks, we will see. They might be able to get a good position on this 3rd of Bbyong. Should be able to snipe it at 1 tank, but perhaps lose this tank. Yeah, the Banshee does snipe the tank. Lots of damage here being done by sKyHigh, but this Banshee will not kill. No, it won't. But here come the Hellions by Bbyong. He needs to micro them properly though, but there are lots of things going on right now. Really nice harass here by Bbyong. The damage he's doing is just insane here. Gets even more SCVs. Is Bbyong just gonna go all in with this? Like pull SCVs and try and kill it? No, he isn't, right? Yeah, he's just gonna start dropping some Hellbats here. Try and do more damage, because Bbyong and sKyHigh are actually quite close to each other. Ooh. That unit does fall to its doom. Yeah, we do see this Doom drop by sKyHigh, and it could do a lot of damage despite all these turrets here. I mean, yeah, he's gonna basically lose his Medivacs, but those turrets are all gonna go down here for Bbyong, and might actually start losing his 3rd too, because there are no Vikings defending here, defending the tanks, and here comes the bio ball for sKyHigh. And he's gonna do a lot of damage to this 3rd. Like, Bbyong is totally out of position. Tanks on the way though. He does scan for I'm sure what reason, but nice Hellbat drop here onto the tanks by Bbyong, but he's gonna try and continue going across here. The thing is, he didn't lose his 3rd, so it's still not the worst position for Bbyong, but this position is still not great. And he lost all those turrets, which means right now sKyHigh just has free reign in this area with another possible drop that he can do. He's gonna siege this tank as well here, which will make it even harder for sKyHigh to come in. It's gonna be a Hellbat drop though. This tank is just gonna be left for dead. But he just continues to drop around, the sKyHigh that is. And he's gonna be able to snipe a tank here too. That's gonna be really good. And another tank is gonna get sniped. Some really effective harass here by sKyHigh. Really pulling Bbyong out of position here. And those Marauders are just doing so much damage, and they're just gonna get lifted. because there's nothing that shoots shoots Sky for Bbyong, and now he's just gonna drop these tanks here. Oh, this is going to be brutal by sKyHigh. There go those tanks, and yeah, here comes another drop. So much damage done here by sKyHigh, and this should be game. There are not enough units for Bbyong to handle this. sKyHigh's Marauders and tanks just doing so much damage, and he's gonna go for yet another drop in this game. Here comes the Hellbat drop for Bbyong, but is he really gonna be able to do enough? There's no way he stops this either. Bbyong is GG, out of the game. The sKyHigh in the bottom right. Yeah, the red trunks.
CJ and Tooth sKyHigh.
Damn it, I'm not supposed to keep saying his name. What am I doing? I'm supposed to introduce him. As for his opponent, spawning in the top left, the blue trunks, he is
CJ and Tooth Bbyong.
See what kind of builds they're going for. As for this map, I mean, this map is quite an interesting one, as you only have diagonal spawn locations on this map, and yes, there are gold bases on this map, which, I mean, if you take them, you'll have an insane economy. But the problem with that is that gold bases just these gold bases are quite easy to attack from behind by like any ranged units, which you'll have a lot of in this matchup. So, since it's DVT, but we will see how it's gonna go. Currently, we do have both players going for gas first. Not gas first, but racks first. No. We have Bbyong going for 12 racks, 15 gas, and sKyHigh going for, I believe, gas first and then racks. So, definitely a change here. Bbyong with a slightly later, well, actually much later gas than sKyHigh. sKyHigh will be able to start a factory quite quickly here. He did get annoyed by that one SCV though of Bbyong's. And yeah, there are also rocks on this map which block the early thirds, and this map is pretty good for cheesing and proxying, but obviously we're not really gonna see it here. We have reactor on the way for Bbyong, and soon enough we should see the factory as well. That is pretty much what is standard. Very rarely see 3 racks before any kind of factory or starport in this matchup. It's just pretty risky, like considering, like, if you're gonna have a lot of marines, but problem with that is that how will you deal with like banshees and stuff? Like, it's just going to be quite hard, and you're not really gonna have tech. You're gonna have to build your tech afterwards. So this is why you usually go for the 1-1-1. We do have a CC going on the way for Bbyong, so he's gonna have an economic edge in this game. It's gonna be up to sKyHigh to do damage with whatever he's building. Most likely gonna be seeing banshees with the cloak once again, whereas Bbyong might instead opt for ravens. We will see. No second gas for Bbyong though, only for sKyHigh. So you might actually go instead for the Widowmine drop. That not Widowmine drop, but the Hellion Marine drop. Again, that is a possibility for Bbyong. Or actually, this is a different build. Yeah, this is different. Because if you do it, you don't really do it with as it currently is done, but you might still do it. Yeah, he's got Widow Mines on the way. I guess he'll go for a Viking, yeah. So he's not really gonna be aggressive with the medevac this game. We'll just opt for the defense here. But Bbyong, oh, is gonna get hit by this Widowmine. Oh wow, that was really nice micro here. But Bbyong has a lot of units right now, and these Hellions could do damage if he micros them correctly. But the turret is there, and he's not really getting damage done here. And this attack by Bbyong was just completely thwarted by sKyHigh. Didn't get a single SCV, barely killed any units, but at least Bbyong is gonna be on 2 bases quicker. But no real damage was done here to the economy of sKyHigh, and we can now see sKyHigh just opting to go for reactor on his top board. We might see double Viking production or double medevac production, and he's gonna go for medevacs instead. Not a bad choice. We'll see tanks and marines as well. We might see Bbyong go for mech again. He seems to like that composition, but sKyHigh, he's preparing his CC again. He might go for an early 3rd CC again. And Bbyong doesn't actually see that Widowmine. If it gets into the mineral line, that would be pretty insane. There's one Widowmine here for Bbyong, and it does actually hit. I believe it was Hellion, I'm not sure. But here comes the drop by sKyHigh. This could do a lot of damage. It's 2 tanks, I believe. Yeah, and 8 marines. This is a pretty scary drop by Bbyong, by sKyHigh. If it gets into the main of Bbyong, I think this game might be over. So he has to stop it before it actually unloads, I think. And if it unloads, like, the best chance he's got is by using by pulling SCVs, not allowing the tanks to siege. That'll be his best shot. Because if he doesn't allow the tanks to siege, like, it might actually be enough. We will see. He's now dropping in, and the tanks are gonna siege over here. Oof. There's an auto turret dropped as well, so it's gonna be hard for Bbyong to break this. But here come the Hellions. Oh, the SCVs are pulled, and damage is done to. So much damage is done here to Bbyong, and he loses so many Hellions and so many SCVs as well. He's not really looking good in this game. Down to 25 SCVs against 31. Supply-wise, he's ahead, but just lost so many units. It does take care of that one tank. He's kiting marines with Vikings. This is a pretty funny situation, to say the least. And yeah, I mean, he's gonna have to repair his Vikings to break out of this. Yeah, I guess he's gonna survive, and he will have to kill this tank. He barely doesn't lose that one Hellion, but let's get rid of the tank. And he stabilizes, so it's not over yet. There's only a small advantage for sKyHigh, but it could have been much worse for him. It was a nice position because he set up on the ramp, but the thing about that is that there was yeah, the Hellions were in the main base, so they had to kind of come awkwardly from above the ramp to come and to destroy the SCVs, which was really difficult for them. But yeah, lots of damage done by sKyHigh. He's slightly ahead in this game, I suppose, especially as he's the one going bio. That raid wasn't too bad for him. He's gonna start going for a 3rd base soon. Oh, he's actually gonna drop some Raxes too. Blue Flame Hellion is gonna finish for Bbyong soon, which is when he's gonna go for a drop. Hellbat drop, I believe, once again. Oh, both players are going for drops, and these Vikings just barely missing the drop. Oh, the 2 drops might see each other though, and they do. I think Bbyong, I don't know if Bbyong saw that. I hope he did. So otherwise he just might die. Some Marauders here that stemmed already. Here come the Hellbats. that are dropped. And auto turrets here in the main doing damage, but oh, also some drops here, and again drop by sKyHigh. Oh, if he targets that SCV ball, oh, he doesn't do that. Could have done so much damage to these SCVs, but I guess nice hold by Bbyong here. I don't think he really lost too many SCVs doing this. He lost more SCVs to the auto turrets than to the drop itself. Hasn't really cleaned up the drop though, so he needs to do that. Oh, the medevacs will fall though. Maybe not the last one, I guess. Yeah, we have a third up now for sKyHigh, which puts Bbyong not in the best position because it's already mining, and sKyHigh is going to push again while setting up his third base, and his macro is really going through right now. He has supply block though, which kind of is going to be annoying for him. He's gonna do so much damage with those two Marauders. There's nothing there to defend. Auto turret dropped here, and the Hellbats are going to be dropped. Not sure about this by sKyHigh. Could be a lot of damage potentially done here. This tank is going to surely fall. Marauders can't really shoot medevacs, unfortunately for them. It's a pretty good trade here for Bbyong. And he's actually going to be able to destroy those, most of those Marauders at least. But the thing is, Bbyong, he has no third base whatsoever in this game. So he's really had to start it a while ago, or he has to go for something. Because, oh, he might actually lose his medevacs here. Oh, he does lose one medevac with two Hellbats. He's gonna keep the rest, but that was still painful though, considering that he doesn't have many. Oh, this drop though might do a lot of damage. Another Hellbat drop here. Does lose one medevac, but he's gonna kill a lot of SCVs, and there are no units nearby. I mean, yeah, he cleaned up in the main, but he's gonna force this to pull off. Already in very much damage done to the third base of sKyHigh, so I think that was really worth it. But still, of course, mech for Bbyong, whereas we've got Bio for sKyHigh. But sKyHigh is in a good position this game, I feel, still. Because third base still hasn't landed for Bbyong. He is probably getting mined out very soon. And yeah, he does have a pretty powerful army, but it's still small in comparison to sKyHigh's. Yeah, he's gonna go for lots of drops again, I believe, or just keep it with his army. If those medevacs come, I mean, there are a lot of turrets, but if he goes all in, and yeah, there is a tank. Could be a bit risky, but there may not be enough turrets. Oh, he goes in from the perfect angle. He could snipe that one tank. The SCVs are pulled. Oh, but the Hellbats are here to defend. But he still can't clean this up. And the Marauders over there. The Hellbats are gonna try and drop, but really nice splitting by sKyHigh here. Finally gonna get cleaned up, and now Hellbats should be dropping the tanks that are on the low ground, I believe. Good defense here, but there are medevacs dropping the tanks now. No Vikings in position. This tank here should fall. Again, more SCV losses, but Bbyong is so far so good. Defense isn't too terrible. I mean, the defense is actually really good by Bbyong. And he secures a third base as well, so this is not bad for Bbyong. In fact, like, he actually is back into this game. Very surprisingly. Very surprisingly. So yeah, from this point on, it might be a little bit more difficult for sKyHigh, as the mech player is starting to get his production up. There's still a turret here doing damage, but Bbyong is not in position to defend here, I think. Oh, well, here come the Vikings, and here come the Hellbats. So yeah, this drop. It's only gonna be annoying. Yeah, it supply blocks Bbyong for a while, but did not really do much. Kill the turrets, which will be remade. They have to be remade. But now there's a fourth base for sKyHigh, which he isn't mining from quite yet. He should transfer some SCVs from his main to the fourth base, because actually, like, you kind of want not optimal saturation in your main, because this means it'll mine out not as quickly. So you can just mine out the rest of the map. That's something you could potentially do in a game. Yeah, Hellions going around, sKyHigh's Marauders and Marines aren't really gonna find them, but they should be sandwiched soon. Yeah, the Hellions are gonna continue running. One Hellion lives to tell the tale. But I would say that, yeah, I would favor Bbyong in this position. But if sKyHigh goes for, yeah, he's going for a Sky transition. He's making 2 Banshees and 2 Vikings at a time. This catches Bbyong off guard. He could be in a really bad position. Like, he needs to identify this and make more starports, I think. Because he needs starports in order to deal with this. Like, Thors would be... I guess he can make like 1 or 2 Thors, but... not really great against bio Thors. Kind of want tanks, to be honest. Yeah, we have a Bbyong here, sieging up. He does have, I believe, at least 1 tank defending his 3rd base. And this one Rax is just scouting what's up. He doesn't really see the 2nd starport though, but he sees at least 2 starports, so maybe he can expect it. Yeah, gold base now for Bbyong. He's gonna have huge mineral mining, so he'll be able to spam out CCs and very effectively. So many medivacs though by Bbyong. This is not the best idea. Now he doesn't have anything to deal with the Banshees. Well, he does have 1 missile turret, but it's not in the best position. And now the CC is taking damage, so sKyHigh is actually gaining the edge in this engagement. So at least, and this 1 tank is gonna get sniped. The missile turret. Yeah, and this other tank is gonna go down as well. Banshee does get taken out. It's not over yet for Bbyong, but because he didn't lose his 4th base, but it was looking much better before. Now it's not really looking that great, because I mean, I think, yeah, he's still making tanks and Hellbats. He's not trying to gain air superiority, so don't know about this, because sKyHigh will be able to get a lot of units soon. Look at that, 3-3 on the way for sKyHigh. Tanks in position for Bbyong, but 3 tanks will just not be enough to deal with this huge fireball. If Hellbats get dropped though, oh, they get dropped and don't really do anything. sKyHigh is now containing Bbyong. There are turrets on the field, but they're actually going to get sniped by the tanks. And once they do, those medivacs will come in and do a lot of damage. Here comes Bbyong though. He's got Hellbats that he can actually use to drop on top of the Marauders here. But look, he's just going to snipe all the important buildings here. Like, should have sniped all the turrets. Yeah, he's just gonna sacrifice those units, which is okay. It's definitely okay to sacrifice those Marines and Marauders, because they're quite easy to replenish. It's gonna force Bbyong to build more missile turrets. Bbyong doesn't really have... I mean, his mining is now getting very nice though, because he's got that base, but these tanks are in a really good position. gonna be really hard for Bbyong to break it. Just have a thaw, and it's gonna have to do like lots of dropping, and he could actually make it work. He could break it because there are no Vikings. He could actually just break that whole army if he wants to. There are really, like, he could just drop on top of it with Hellbats and be okay. Because it's a really small army. This is not what I would do though. But it might still work out okay for him actually. I mean, he loses all the Vikings and now his Thors will just get sniped. No, this is definitely not the way to go. I think he should have just gone for... yeah, he really should have just gone for... yeah, the tanks do some damage here, but honestly, that was the wrong move. He should have just broken that army and not tried to go around, because basically what happened is he went into a surround by sKyHigh of his own will. Like, if he attacked that army head on, I think he would have traded cost effectively enough. That was his best bet, because since he went around, he was just got pulled far too much out of position by sKyHigh and gave too much time. Oh, the Widowmines are getting targeted, but one of them is going to get hit. And actually the other one is hit too, so... I mean, those Widowmines will actually be very important at this point, like, believe it or not. Because he needs Widowmines in order to be able to deal with what's being dropped here right now. I mean, that's huge Sky Toss army. I mean, oh, here come the secret missiles, and it's gonna hit and do some damage. But what does Bbyong have to deal with these battle cruisers, these Vikings, these Ravens? Pretty much dead. He has like one Viking and like a few Thors, which are just gonna get sniped by missile turrets. Oh, secret missiles. Yeah, he's gonna A-move here. Yeah, he's gonna clean up the ground army, but how does he deal with the air army here? Even with, like, there's still a pretty big ground army for sKyHigh here. The game is pretty much over. There's no way he can deal with those battlecruisers. And sKyHigh wins and advances on to the semifinals 3-1.